Senate, you realize there's these people largely say that it's a house of retirees. I do not want to really agree, but the way we are constituted, young people in that house, of course, are few. So when you're pushing an agenda, maybe you have, you even have a statement to put across or a motion, and you need support from people. You have to look at an angle in which you approach the whole matter. If you come like championing at, hey, I'm a youth, I need to be considered, chances are your motion is not even going to go through, because you realize we have a deficit of numbers in the Senate. So you have to create networks and friendship. On the basis of that, then your issues will be supported. You will find even the older legislators who've been there for quite some time, who we call the ranking members, supporting whatever proposals you're bringing. Secondly, the Senate has different committees which process matters that are brought either by the public through petitions or by senators themselves through statements, motions, bills. So in these committees, I personally belong to the Health Committee. I'm a member in the Health Committee. I'm also the Vice Chair of the Committee on Trade, Industrialization and Tourism, and I also belong to the Powers and Privileges Committee. So in this committee, when we are conducting our business, the committee proceedings are open to the members of the public. One of the issues or challenges I would like to give to young people, I rarely see members of the public following those proceedings. It's one way you can actually get to know how matters are being handled at committee level. This is for those who want to be in political leadership. Through following proceedings by members of the public, you are able to acquaint yourself with what the committees are doing. And at the House, the public gallery is available. So sometimes you can make requests to the Senate so that you're welcomed to also see how senators are debating in the traditions of the Senate. There's that culture of welcoming, visiting people to also see what we are doing. Thirdly, many young people belong to different organizations. Personally, from where I come from, I belong to a community-based organization by the name Kisii Youth Alliance. Through those organizations, because sometimes not all of us sit in those parliaments, both at the National Assembly and the Senate, but you can give your views through those youth organizations, because one of the processes a bill goes through is public participation. So when a bill is sent out there for public participation, and you as young people have something to add into that bill, at that point you can bring your views. Another alternative, if you cannot bring your views at that point, you can actually bring an agenda to me and I'll push that on your behalf, because now you're not in the Senate, but me as a young person, I'm your voice in that platform. So I'll be able to package the information through the assistance of the clerks we have at the Senate, and we will be presenting your voice in that legislation process so that your interests are captured. Because you realize some of these decisions are made, people are likely to actually forget you exist if you're not in that space. Most of the people will actually remember, oh, okay, for purposes of youth, would you speak? We need to level it up to a point where people don't say that for purposes of youth, we want Essy to speak. It should be because of the contribution you have made, and you have earned the respect of even your enemies would be able to rise up and say, surely the manner in which Anne is presenting our issues deserves our support. So I agree with you that surely we might not be in those platforms like I had that privilege to be, but you can channel your concerns to other people who are on those platforms, and we will present them in form of statements, motions, and bills that eventually can be assented to law by the president, and they become a guiding principle for other people who will be coming after us. Yeah.